back to winning isn't easy. Now, I'm going to talk about in greater detail how a Social Security residual functional capacity form can help you meet a listing. We talked about how the Social Security Administration uses the 5-step sequential evaluation, and at step 3, Social Security looking at your medical records to determine if you have a medical condition that is considered severe enough to automatically entitle you to your benefits. They're going to use this book called The Listing of Impairments, which is based on body systems such as the cardiovascular system, the pulmonary system, the digestive system, all those systems that you learned in high school biology. Now, if you do meet a listing, you are automatically entitled to these benefits. But it can be very difficult to meet that listing because each of these listings have specific criteria that have to be found in your medical records in terms of symptoms, in terms of diagnostic studies. And what I find is that medical records are generally not written in a way that establish the elements of the listing. So we try to get at this via a back door, which is called a residual functional capacity form. These are, and we generally have the elements of the listing on the form. I want my clients to take the form to the doctor and ask them if they will complete it. And again, the first part of it has those elements of the listing, because we want to try to argue that you meet the listing. And if not, we want to go on to steps 4 and 5 of the 5-step sequential evaluation. The information on the residual functional capacity form also can be helpful to win benefits at step 4 and 5 because it will establish your restrictions and limitations, both physically, cognitively, or psychiatrically, that could impair your ability to do your past work or other work in the national economy. Now, I'm often asked why getting a letter from your doctor that says you're disabled or meets a listing is a waste of time and money. Some people think that getting a letter is going to make it a slam dunk Social Security win. And nothing is further from the truth, because Social Security is the organization that determines if you meet the 5-step sequential evaluation. They couldn't give a rat's ass about what your doctor says about whether you're disabled or not. They make the decision based on the 5-step sequential evaluation. And in particular, step 3 of the 5-step sequential evaluation to determine if you meet the elements of a listing, and at step 4 and 5, whether or not you can go back to your past work, past relevant work in the last 5 years before the disability determination is made, or at step 5, your ability to do other work in the national economy. So, as I've talked about earlier, you can give the elements of the listing to your doctor and have them write a report that outlines the medical evidence, and the Social Security Administration is going to want verse and page of each element of the listing. And just saying you meet a listing doesn't make it so. And as I've sort of pounded on, we really want your doctor to fill out those residual functional capacity forms. Some diseases or conditions don't have those forms. And so what we really want the doctor to address in the residual functional capacity form is your functional, you sit, stand, walk, stoop, bend. Do you need breaks? How long are you going to be off task? Are you going to miss time from work? Those functional issues that impact your ability to work. Now, rather than do this yourself, I think you should be hiring an experienced Social Security disability attorney who's going to review your records, determine if you meet a listing, listen to your story, and say, look, based on what I hear, here are 4 or 5 residual functional capacity forms. We want your doctor to fill them out. Give them back to us. We'll take a look at them. And by the way, we have what's called an all evidence rule in Social Security. We have to submit the medical records and the residual functional capacity form, even if it is not favorable. So before you take those forms to your doctor, you want to kind of feel them out about, 1, do they support your claim? 2, are they willing to fill out the form? Got it? Let's take a quick break.
Struggling with your Social Security disability case? The right attorney can make all the difference. Get our booklet, The Key to Hiring a Great Attorney for Your Social Security Disability Case. Discover how to find an experienced attorney who will fight for your rights and navigate the process with ease. Don't leave your future to chance. Request your free copy at caveylaw.com today and ensure you have the expert support you deserve.